A while ago, my mentor said to me, he said, Otis, opinions are like arseholes. Everybody's got an opinion. That's why it's important to look to someone who's successful in a particular area that you want to be a success in, to be able to base your decisions, your judgment on, base everything where you want to be coming from, your stance. So, here we go. Today, I want to be talking to you about the 5 love languages. Secrets to make a love last long. And to most people, after the honeymoon stage wears off, hang on, I'm going to get you into a good position where we can talk. So the 5 love languages, the secrets to a long-lasting relationship. And to a lot of relationships, we see a lot of relationships failing. We see a lot of marriages failing, and that's not because people aren't good people. It's just people don't have the skills to be able to make a relationship last, to be able to keep that fire burning, to be able to spark that flame within the other person and continually do it day after day after day after day. So the person that I look towards, or a great book that I read that really got me on the track of kind of understanding these things, what is important to a long-standing relationship, is a book called The 5 Love Languages. It's by Dr. Gary Chapman, and he's studied lots and lots, like thousands and thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of relationships over the years. He's found the ones that don't last, and he's found the ones that do last. And he's studied these in scientific settings. So everything's been under really critical conditions to be able to get to the root of what makes relationships last. So basically, we all know this feeling of love. We all have this feeling of love, but all of us have different things that trigger this feeling of love. So he found out all these things that the different things that trigger this feeling of love are completely different to different people. But he could boil them down to 5 main love languages. These 5 love languages have many different sub-dialects, but these are the basic 5 love languages that will help you communicate love to anybody on this planet. But to the most important person in your life, these are the most important things. Okay, so the 5 love languages. The first one is, drum roll please, acts of service, doing things for other people. I've heard Tony Robbins say it before, in that honeymoon stage where everything's all peachy and that spark and that flame is really strong, and your partner's like, can you take the rubbish out? And you'd be like, absolutely, I'd do that for you. I'll wash the dishes for you, wash your car for you. I do all the shopping. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Not a stress. And then after that honeymoon period's gone, and your partner asks you to do something, you're like, what do I look like? Your janitor? Your caretaker? Does it look like I'm going to do anything for you? What are you thinking? I've got my own stuff to do. I've got my own problems and things to do. But acts of service, doing things for other people, are really important. I mean, if we want to be able to keep this love burning, this fire, this passion, look, there's a little ladybug down on the ground. How pretty is that? The second one is physical touch. That's really, really important one. So some people get this feeling of love just by being touched, like a simple stroke on the arm, a hand on the shoulder. It releases chemicals in the brain. It releases the sensations, trigger chemical production in the brain. It's really interesting how our neurochemistry and our understanding of neurochemistry supports the act of physical touch. I mean, there's other forms of physical touch, and we're going to keep this kind of PG rated, so I'm not going to go into those other forms of physical touch. But if we want to keep our partner and keep a relationship where there's lots of positivity and love in it, physical touch can be a very, very, very important thing. But men especially, If you're not getting physical touch, then you're probably not giving this third love language to your partner, and that is quality time. Quality time. Listening to your partner. Listening to your love without the intent to respond. So listening without the intention to respond. Listening not just to their words, but to the meaning behind their words. Showing understanding for what they're going through. Understanding that they are a person with feelings, with needs, and that they're trying to express this, and just giving them understanding for what they're trying to express. Spending that quality time with them. It can be, going on a cruise, it can be going to the movies, but it doesn't have to be something where you spend money. You can be going out for a walk in the beautiful nature together. You can be going to the beach together. You can be simply just sitting there having a cup of coffee. You could do your acts of service, make a cup of coffee for your partner in the morning, bring it into them, then ask them what they've got planned for the day. Okay, let's go into the fourth love language, which is acts of service, quality time, physical touch. What have we got? Let me just grab a book. Oh, gift giving. I'm an absolute shocker for gift giving, because I grew up in a house we didn't have a whole lot of money. I really need to learn this one, because I might think that it's not important to give gifts. I might not think that it's important to receive gifts, but I can tell you that your partner, this might be their dominant love language. And if you're not giving them a gift, it doesn't have to be a gift that's expensive. It could be a flower that you've picked out of the garden yourself. But it just has to be something. If this is your partner's dominant love language and you're not speaking it, you can expect that your relationship is not going to withstand the test of time. And that is what I want to give you today. Here's the book. Here's the cover of the book. It's really, really fantastic book. I can't recommend it enough. I'm just going to go over. You know what? I've covered all 5. So this is the love languages. There's plenty of quizzes online that you can jump on time online and work out your dominant love language or your partner's dominant love language. Usually the love language, man, these dogs are all going off of me. Usually the most dominant love language is the one maybe that they're criticizing you of sometimes. Like, why don't you clean the house? Why don't you clean the bathroom? Or, man, these dogs are getting crazy. This is awesome. Usually it's one of these. The last thing, Dr. Gary Chapman, he talks about we all wake up in the morning with this empty love tank within us. We all wake up and it needs to be filled with something. Our love tank is empty. It needs to be filled with something, and especially before someone else chucks their rubbish into your love tank, we need to have it filled up. That's why it's important to be there for your partner, to fill up their love tank. Yeah, and if we're not filling up our partner's love tank, you can expect that somebody else is filling up your partner's love tank. That's why it's important for you to get onto it, and not wait till somebody else is filling up your partner's love tank. Now, next time we're going to be talking about something really, really important, and I'm going to get back to you what that important thing is, but stay tuned. There's going to be lots more. Love having you guys here. If you've gotten even a tiny little insy-binsy piece out of this, then hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. There's going to be more coming at you. Peace, Otis. Love you guys.